Today I'm going to show you how to use Zumi with Jupyter Notebooks. Okay, so once you open up your dashboard and you go right here on Learn, it's going to take you directly to our Jupyter Notebooks. So I'm going to do that right now. It's going to take me to the lessons. Okay, so what you're seeing here are the Jupyter Notebooks. Okay, so these are the different lessons we have. These are the older ones. If you see these, you might need to update. We have a recent batch of lessons we've made with more content. So let me show you how to run one of these. Okay, so let's pick this one right here, basic driver commands. I like this one. Okay, so you click on it, it's going to open up a new tab. Okay, it takes a while, usually because it's loading up the content on that lesson and starting the kernel. And I'll show you right now. It usually saves anything that was like previously done on it. So if you run, this one has already been run before, so there's some like extra text underneath the code portions. Okay, this one's been modified by me. So you can see right here it's saying kernel starting, and then it says kernel ready. Once that's done, you can actually run the code inside this Jupyter Notebook. Okay, so some of the buttons, you got the run block here, you got the stop block, and you'll also have right here on file, you can make new notebooks. So if you want to make a new lesson, a new notebook, sorry, you can just open one up using Python 3. You can also make a copy of the one that you're looking at using this button right here. You can also rename the file if you'd like. You can also like click up here if you'd like. Um, one thing I recommend is avoid actually editing the lessons because you don't want to accidentally modify it, and then when you look back, you can't find the original code that you were referencing. The other thing you can do is you can do save and checkpoint. I highly recommend you continuously click this if you're actually making a Jupyter Notebook on your own. Sometimes if you don't save it and let's say the battery dies or something happens, mishap, Zumi just dies, your code won't be saved unless this was clicked. Okay. So you can also look at like previous checkpoints you've done and you can revert if you'd like. You can also download the Jupyter Notebook in case you want to share it with like some of your students or with other Zumis. You can download it as a notebook or you can select different things. Okay. So let me go into actually running the code. So right here, this right here is a little text block with some code. Okay, so you can click on this and you can click run. And it's going to take some while. It's going to run some code. And you'll see that it says it has a number right here. This indicates basically the order in which that code was run. So this one says 1. This is the first thing that was run. Now if I go down here, let me erase this stuff. Now, in order to run this code, you can just click on it. And right now it already has a number from a previous session I had, so you don't have to worry about that. If you see the asterisk in here, it means that it's running that code. So I'm going to click on it right now, and I have a Zumi right next to me. I'm going to click run. You can probably hear it in the background doing those commands. And you can see that then it says number 2, basically indicating this is the second piece of code that I ran. So 1 and 2. Okay. And then if I click on this one, you're going to see 3 right here. Click on it, you can see the asterisk and then the 3. Okay. Now let's say, I don't know, for whatever reason, your code crashes and you see a bunch of red text and everything. What you can actually do is you can actually click the stop right here. That'll stop the code. So if you have some code that has like, I don't know, like an infinite loop, like let's try it out real quick. Like let's say I write something like this. And then, I don't know, I'm just going to do a print meh. Okay, so this should go forever. Let me erase this so I don't have that running in the background. So if I click run, it's going to be printing forever. Okay, now maybe one student or maybe I don't know, you accidentally write some code that does this forever. In order to escape, you can just click stop. Okay, it's going to try to actually stop this chunk of code right here. Okay, you can see it goes back to the number, indicating that it stopped that code. But if it doesn't, if it continues doing something else and you want it to escape, what you can do is you can go right here to kernel and you can hit either shutdown or restart. You can choose any of those, and if that doesn't work, I recommend just reloading the notebook. Okay. Now there's another thing too. Whenever you open one of these notebooks, it's going to be running the kernel. Okay, that means is that basically all of the local variables, all the local code is basically running in the background, okay? And you need to close it. Just like imagine you open a program on your computer, you need to shut down it from running in the background. So if I go back to the lessons, which I have on this tab right here, you can see that right now it says running, okay? Now you can click on here to turn it off. So this will shut down the kernel.